D&D Davison, liveweatherblogs.com, noontime here. We're looking at Karl making a landfall about this time. We have Julia still out there, and we have Igor. Igor's going to be a threat to Bermuda over the next couple of days. We also have an area now out off south of Cape Verde that has a slight chance of becoming a tropical system, but as it goes west, it gives it a better environment. We'll take a look at that on satellite and then all the information. Let's go first to the satellites on Karl, and then Igor, and then we'll go through Julia. First to Karl. Here's Karl making a landfall here. He's a major hurricane making a landfall. We also have Igor. He's sitting here. Very large system Igor is, and the outflow blows out even further. And here is the island of Bermuda. What we're expecting with Igor is to make this track here as a short wave, and the jet kicks down into it and finally gets to pick it up and shoot it away. We're seeing, this one is slowed down a little bit, so it's made it a little more interesting to try to verify with the models, but it seems that the models will pick up on. The models are very consistent. We'll show you that in one moment. The models are becoming very consistent on what they think over the last 3 to 4 runs with Igor, and Bermuda is in the crosshairs no matter what way you look at it. A Cat 2 hurricane most likely will strike the island of Bermuda. At first you'd want to know where Julia is. Where's Julia in this situation? Because you don't seem like there's a tropical system out there other than Igor and Karl, but here, right here, is Julia, and it's getting its shear from here from the feeders of Igor, and it's still a hurricane. It doesn't look very healthy. Look at the visible satellite picture of Igor. He looks pretty nice. I mean, you can still pick out the eye here. Very well planned, and it's still breathing very well. Ventilating, got a little dry air intrusion here, but other than that, central density is held together very well. Here's Karl. Like I said, it's getting its landfall on right now. It's a very well organized system. If you look at that, central density overcast on that is also very well defined, and it was breathing rather well. But it's going to run into the interaction now with the mountains and start weakening from here on out. No more strengthening will happen with Karl. It's about a half hour old, maybe a little over a half hour old. Here's the radar image out of Mexico. This is Hurricane Karl on radar from the Mexican meteorological. And you can see the eye clearly here coming down, and I'm almost positive it is making landfall at this time here at 12:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And if it's not at this moment, it will be in the next 30 minutes or so. Computer model data still suggesting Bermuda. There we go, with a pretty much direct hit here. UK Met's a little to the right. The NGFDO a little to the left, but most of these models are now putting either being on the western side of Bermuda or making a strike on Bermuda. So it's very important to know that also that there's a hurricane watch now for Bermuda, and this will likely be upgraded to a hurricane warning later this afternoon or early tomorrow. If you haven't checked it out, please check out the 5 factors that will carve out this winter, the early winter outlook that has been issued a couple days ago here on liveweatherblogs.com. We're put together by staff meteorologists here, and the names are also put there who wrote the forecast. And like I said, we would like you to visit this and take a look if you haven't looked yet. Other than that, this is D.B. Davison, liveweatherblogs.com, and I will have an update later if we get information on the possible tornadoes in New York and New Jersey. We will put that information up here later. Other than that, I will see you tonight on my overnight edition. D.B. Davison, liveweatherblogs.com.